welcome to another reading of mine. I'm Felicia, aka the Unobtrusive Healer, and today I'm putting my face in a video. So I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing, but I thought that I thought that we'd make today's reading a little bit more personal because it's a little bit more different. So yeah, I just thought that we would change things up a little bit. So today's reading, we're going to go through all signs, and this is based on your person's sun sign, and we are going to find out what they're not saying to you. So whether you're in a relationship and you guys are not communicating properly at the moment, or you think there's something being hidden, whether you just got ghosted, whether you are in separation from like a soulmate or a twin flame, whatever you'd consider your situation, this can be for you. And again, this is based on your person's sun sign. So don't go to your sign for this reading, go to their sign, and we're going to get through a message. It is for romantic situations and romantic connections, because I am using a deck where I have created a message for each card based on two people who have some type of connection. So we're going to be getting a message from your person to figure out what they're not saying. We have Arlo over here in the background having a nap on the chair. So he's joining us for today's reading as well. And then just so you know, I will be looking over here because I'm still memorizing all the messages that I channeled for the cards, and I've got an upright message and a reverse message. So it's going to take me a while to get those really installed in my brain. But yeah, you'll just have to kind of deal with me kind of glancing over here at my paper, just to make sure I've got the right message. So feel free, guys. I have a nice cup of English breakfast tea here for this reading. Feel free to go make yourself a nice beverage, get nice and comfortable, because even if you've got more than one person, we're going to go through sign by sign and you can check out what this person has to say. And then don't forget along the way, if you're feeling this reading, if you're enjoying it, if you want to see more of this reading, make sure that you give it a thumbs up or comment and let me know so that I know to do a little sort of, I don't know, maybe segment on these, like once a fortnight, once a month, whatever you guys are feeling. I can definitely start doing some more. I don't know, I guess because sometimes with picker piles, I don't know, you don't really have, I guess, that guarantee that it's 100% for you, even if it sounds like it's your situation. But this, when you're going zodiac by zodiac, it's almost like a little bit more of a narrowed in message based on your person. And that's why I thought that I would base it on their sign as well. Because you guys may all be going through a different experience, but generally the other people, based on their sign, they should be going through a similar experience. So we are going to start with the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries. So if you're dealing with an Aries, we're going to find out, I'm thinking, do I want to do, yeah, I might get 3 cards to kind of ask Spirit what the situation is, and then I'll go into the message cards. So what is the situation between the viewer and the Aries, please? Just a very brief overview. What's the situation between the viewer and the Aries? So this is going to be the collective situation, but everyone's unique situation may be a little bit different. Just keep that in mind, but the message is what's really going to be important here. But this is kind of to help me understand a little bit. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups can be like an apology, or it can be a light-hearted, like show of interest, almost expression of interest, or it could be like, I don't know, reaching out in like a fun or creative way. And then with the Queen of Swords that's coming out now, it feels like maybe someone is trying to bring some humor or lighten up a situation in some way. I'll get one more to have a look here. it feels like in this situation, someone is a little bit more mature than the other, and potentially the more mature person has kind of turned their back because they're a little bit sort of sick of games or sick of BS. So that's what I can see so far. I'll just see if there's one more to confirm this situation between the viewer and the Aries. The Hanged Man. Yeah, so it's at a stall, or it's just really stuck. It's not really moving anywhere at the moment. Things are kind of up in the air, left hanging. So that's what we can see for the collective situation. But it definitely looks like someone wants to maybe soften the situation here. Could be the Aries. Let's see what messages they have. All right. What is the Aries not saying to the viewer, please, Spirit? What is the Aries not saying to the viewer? Okay, we have the Ace of Spades. I've realized a lot. Can we talk? So yeah, that's what I was picking up on from the tarot cards, is that it does feel like potentially the Aries in this situation wants to reach out. It feels like they have realized a lot and they want to say something, or they want to talk to you. Five of Diamonds. It's easier to ghost you than to have that conversation. Okay, so it feels like they ghosted you in the past to avoid some kind of conversation, and that's what they want to talk to you about. We have the Queen of Hearts. I love you. So by the way, I will show you all of these so that you can see. So we have, I realized a lot. Can we talk? It was easier to ghost you than to have that conversation. And I love you. So it could have been that they even, they were so overwhelmed by what they were feeling that they went ghost. Rather than just say like, I love you, they went ghost. We have the Two of Hearts. We are soulmates. And Seven of Cups in the reverse. I want to be each other's only option. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Clubs in reverse. That's an interesting bottom of the deck energy. I don't see us having a future together. So that's a bit confusing to me. Although I did kind of change my mind like halfway through the reading. I was going to get 10 message cards, and then I was like, actually, I'll just get 5 because I realized the time. But maybe I'm going to give it a shuffle because that just doesn't... that doesn't align with the rest of this reading, and it doesn't feel right. And I think it's kind of because I changed my mind. So let's go with what I was going to do and do 10 cards. If it was meant to come out, it will still come out. So we have the Queen of Spades in reverse. You intimidate me, to be honest, and it weirds me out. So I do feel like in the tarot situation, you, the viewer, are coming through as the Queen of Swords, and they feel like the Page of Cups. They find you quite intimidating. So it's like you're very wise, you're very intuitive, and not a lot gets past you, and that intimidates them. We have the Five of Clubs in the reverse. I refuse to compete with anybody. So if they feel like you have someone else, or if you put them in a position that makes them feel like they have to compete, this person's like out. They don't do that. We have the 10 of clubs in the upright position. Can we put all of this behind us and start fresh? We have the Jack of Spades in the upright position. I'm rushing towards you with some news. And we have the 10 of Hearts in the reverse position. So in the reverse position, it does say, I feel like my happiness is elsewhere right now. Which almost feels like whatever their present situation is, it's not making them happy. Their happiness is elsewhere. It doesn't feel like they're saying it's away from you. It feels more like in this situation that whatever their present situation is, it's not making them happy, and that's what's making them want to come towards you, I feel like. So now the bottom deck is the 4 of Pentacles in the upright position, I think. Is that the upright? Yeah. It does say, I'm too stubborn to make the changes I need to make, as the bottom deck energy. So that's where this person may be having issues or challenges, is making the necessary changes that are required. It feels like they're struggling there and they're really holding on to something, whether it's old ways, behaviors, I don't know, like conditioning, trauma, resentment. I don't know what it is that they're holding on to, but they're finding it difficult to actually make those changes. So even though everything they're saying is really positive and really nice, it does feel like they are struggling to change. All right, so that is for those dealing with an Aries. So Taurus is the next sign of the zodiac. So let's have a look at those dealing with a Taurus. Can you tell me about the collective that are dealing with a Taurus right now? What's the present situation? So this is the collective situation. Keep in mind that everyone's unique situation may differ. It's the message that will be most likely the same for everyone, even if the situation differs a little bit. But this is just to give me a rough example of the collective energy. So what's the present situation for the viewers dealing with a Taurus? We've got the 3 of Wands, Ten of Swords, one more please, and Death in reverse. So let's have a look at these. So in this situation, it looks like there was a very sudden ending, and it looks like someone turned their back and went in a different direction, and this caused a very sudden, maybe even painful ending, and it could have even come across as a bit of a betrayal. With Death and in reverse, it feels like someone's struggling to let this go. And someone's like holding on and not just letting it end, or letting it completely like close out to move on. So let's see what the Taurus is not saying to you. So what's the Taurus not saying to the viewer, please, in this connection? Excuse me. We have the King of Hearts in the upright position. I promise to adorn you, sorry, I promise to be your rock and adorn you every day. Interesting. We have the Ace of Diamonds in the reverse position, which is I'm not ready to settle down. Very conflicting. We have the 10 of Diamonds in the upright position, which is let's get married and build our empire. So, wow, what wishy-washy, indecisive and confusing energy. We have the 2 of Hearts in the reverse position. I can't be who you need me to be right now, although I know our connection is deep. Okay, so that's probably why they're wishy-washy. We have the 8 of Cups in the reverse position. Sorry, 8 of Hearts. I'm lost. Yeah, we definitely figured that out. We have 7 of Spades in the upright position. I'm keeping things from you. So this person is not being honest. We have 8 of Clubs in reverse. I don't want to talk right now. We have the Jack of Hearts in the upright position. Can I take you out? Oh my gosh. We have the Ace of Hearts in the reverse position. My heart space is shut tight. And we have the 4 of Clubs in the upright position. Let's lay down new roots and celebrate us. Oh my God, and look. So there's only one Joker in this deck, or actually there might be 2, I don't know. But the Joker is in there because it's meant to represent a bit of a fuckboy or a fuckgirl. So someone that's a little bit, oh, I don't know if I was supposed to say that. I might have to beat that out. A wild child. So someone that's like into parties, not into settling down. They could have like, they're kind of like someone who's like avoiding doing the work on themselves, avoiding their healing, avoiding their pain and all of that. And right where the cards fell, it was right on the Joker. I was about to check the bottom deck energy and it just split, and this is what came out. So the bottom deck is the 2 of Clubs in the upright position, which is I could see you in my future. So this is a very confused person. They even admitted themselves that they are lost. It feels like even though they know the connection runs deep, they're too lost to understand it. They're too they're just not very stable as a person, or like emotionally stable. They kind of like escape and avoid their pain, and they're just very confused. So it doesn't even feel like they fully know the truth. They just know that potentially like there was quite a deep connection when they met you, but that's just something that they're just not ready for. So for those of you that are dealing with Taurus, that's your message. Don't forget to like the video, guys, if this resonates with you and you want to see more of these types of readings. All right, so those of you inquiring about the Gemini, what's the present situation with the viewer and the Gemini as a collective. What's the collective situation for the viewer and the Gemini? We've got the 10 of Wands coming out first. Page of Wands coming out next. Interesting. Oh, hello. And we have Temperance. So this looks like the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one that comes with more excitement, maybe even more adventure, more passion even perhaps, and potentially healing. Temperance is a lot to do with healing, and it feels like if you're, you know, in this connection already, or if you've been struggling with some distance, or if things have felt I don't know, heavy or burdensome lately, it feels like things are about to start getting a little bit more fun. And then if you're not dealing with this person, it kind of looks like, well, either way, it looks like the Gemini is kind of ending, just so them as a person, the Gemini, it looks like they are they've either handled some responsibilities or some burdens, freed themselves of something that was weighing them down, or keeping them sort of stuck or blocked in some way. And they look like they're going to be the ones that kind of like, you know, express their enthusiasm to either heal the connection or bring some fun into the connection. And it feels like this is something that's been a long time coming. You've had to be very patient for it. It might be something that moves quite slowly, but I do see an increase in fun perhaps. So let's go into what the Gemini is not saying to the viewer. What's the Gemini not saying to the viewer, please? Oh, we've got a flipper. It's in the upright position. It's the 10 of Spades. Okay, so that's interesting. It's done. Let it go. Was that meant to fall in the upright or the reverse? Can you show me? Okay, it was actually meant to... No, that's what it did come out as. Did I say upright? Yeah, it came out upright. It's done, let it go. It's done, let it go. We have the 7 of Spades in the upright, which is, I'm keeping things from you. Okay. We have the Ace of Hearts in the reverse position. My heart space is shut tight. What the heck? This is so conflicting to the tarot cards. We have the 3 of Clubs in the upright position. I want a good time, not a long time. 2 of Diamonds in reverse. My world is chaotic. 6 of Hearts in reverse. I'm not really ready to make amends right now. We have the King of Diamonds in the upright position. Everything I do is for our future. Queen of Hearts in the reverse position. I don't love myself. Jack of Clubs in the reverse position. I'll love you, then leave you. And the 9 of Spades in the upright. Upright? Yeah. I lay awake thinking about you. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Clubs, and it's in the reverse position. And that is, I'm holding a grudge and won't back down. Okay. So looking back at the tarot, it maybe looks like perhaps I kind of looked at that a little too eagerly, in the sense I was eager. This could be your energy. Feels like I was eager for the healing to begin now. But it's actually going to take more time than that. So it's quite an interesting energy that I'm picking up. It feels like this person's holding on to a lot, and potentially that's what's kind of keeping them in this Page of Wands energy, is because they're holding on to a lot of baggage. And it's keeping them stuck in a Page energy, which is that, unfortunately, that I'll love you then leave you energy. It's a little bit, I don't know, it just feels like, kind of like they said, like they don't love themselves, so their heart space is closed. So even though they could probably, like they do have some sort of connection to you, like they do lay awake thinking about you. Didn't we have, oh yes, the King of Diamonds. You know, everything they do is for, you know, your future. So it's like the Page of Wands is kind of like, yeah, I'll love you then leave you and I can have a good time. But there's a lot that I'm not telling from you because I am trying to work on things for the future, which they do kind of hope that you'll be in. But it does feel like their priority at the moment is kind of like healing themselves and getting their own life in order. So they don't feel like they're deceptive in the sense that they're hurting you or doing anything wrong behind your back or betraying you in any type of way. It just feels like they're very focused on themselves and their own maturity, getting their own life in order. And all they can kind of give you right now is like, you know, either like a passionate, lustful connection or nothing at all. And it feels like maybe they're trying to sort of like do the nothing at all thing to not make things too complicated. If anything, it feels like in terms of the connection with you, they are trying to be selfless and do the right thing by you while they work on themselves in a more general sense. All right, so that is for those dealing with a Gemini. So you're going to need a lot of patience with the Gemini, it seems like. All right, so we're going to be looking at Cancer signs now. So those of you that are dealing with a Cancer sign, we're going to get in some messages of what your person's not saying to you. We're just going to get a few cards to get a look at the basic collective situation. Everyone's personal situation may be a little bit different, but collectively, let's have a look at what's going on with those that are dealing with a Cancer. What's the collective situation between the viewers and the Cancer sign? how I saw this is how I saw them. So we had the Three of Wands in the reverse, we had the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So this looks like, you know, potentially someone had their back. No, this looks like someone's turned. How do I describe this? It's like, it feels like someone in this situation is turning away from other options or other like closing out other options, like shutting down, like rather than exploring new horizons, they're kind of like shutting out new horizons. And then with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, it looks like if this is the Gemini, if this is the Cancer sign, it looks like they're going to make an offer of some kind, or reach out to talk and initiate some type of conversation. The Page of Wands, the Page of Wands. The Page of Pentacles is reliable. They can be a little bit immature, but they're like really eager to learn. They're trustworthy, they're committed. And then with the Ace of Swords, it feels like there's honesty here too. Alright, so people dealing with a Cancer. What is the Cancer sign not saying? Okay, so we have in reverse the Five of Spades. Sorry, it came out this way. Five of Spades. I let gossip and other opinions affect me. Too many people get involved. So it feels like other people's opinions and gossip seems to... Where did this come from? That wasn't there when I started this reading, I swear. Random. That's the first time I've seen that today. I don't know where that came from. Oh, that's so weird. Anyway, so it feels like other people stick their nose in this connection in some way or another, whether it's family, friends, or what have you. There's some sort of gossip or opinion that this person's letting affect them. This is almost cold, so I'm just going to quickly finish it. Sorry, excuse me. All right, so we now have the 10 of Clubs in the reverse. Don't know why I had to turn that around so many times. I'm holding a grudge and won't back down. Okay. We've got the 9 of Hearts in the reverse. I only care about making myself happy. So is it this potentially you guys are maybe refusing to open up to new horizons because you're hoping for a fresh start in this, but it seems like potentially this person's not. So maybe the situation was not so much the Cancer wanting to talk and wanting a fresh start. Maybe that's you guys, but the Cancer sign's not really into it. We've got the King of Pentacles in the upright. Everything I do is for our future. We've got the Jack of Diamonds in the upright. I want to take this to the next level. Making a liar out of me. What's going on in this connection? Two of Diamonds in the upright. You keep me grounded and balanced. We've had like a whole change of heart here. What's going on here? King of Spades in the reverse. I lie to get what I want. I literally just said, what's going on here? And we got this guy in reverse. I lie to get what I want. So, you, the viewer, you are reliable, you're trustworthy, you're committed, and you're hopeful about a fresh start. And this person will lie and tell you the same thing to get what they want, but then they're going to turn their back again. So I'm warning you right now. We have the Eight of Diamonds in the reverse position. I'm refusing to do the work on myself. We have the Two of Hearts in the upright. We are soulmates. So I feel like this is someone that will use the soulmate card on you, and they'll play on that. I feel like potentially that pulls on your heartstrings a little bit. And it's how they kind of, yeah, and then we have the Queen of Diamonds in the upright. I want to show you how valuable you are to me. And then underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Spades in the upright position, which is, I'm so attracted to your mind. And it feels like if you are a little bit sassy, or if you've ever called this person out, they find that really attractive, just saying. So this, yeah, as I said, this person, straight away, as soon as I said what's going on here, we got that King of Spades in the reverse. I lie to get what I want. So it's like we had a little bit of honesty at the start, then we had some of that manipulation come through. And to be fair, Cancer signs, they do know how to pull on your heartstrings, and they do know how to emotionally manipulate, because I am a Cancer rising in tropical astrology. And just trust me, I know I don't do it, like, obviously I'll admit I used to know how to pull on people's heartstrings and things like that. I wasn't really like aware of what I was doing, but yeah, I could get what I wanted. But I'm talking about like when I was a kid, like even if it was like a toy or lollies or like, you know, but I grew out of it. But I do know that Cancer placements do have a way of figuring out what, you know, pulls on your emotional strings, and they know how to like emotionally connect with you, or make it seem like there's an emotional connection because of that sort of watery nature. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing if you're dealing with a Cancer sign. So guys, if you're enjoying this reading, don't forget to give it a like, or anything, comment, share, subscribe, whatever, but specifically like it or comment if you would like to see me do more of this style reading, because it's not something that I always do. It was just quite random. I just felt like doing it today out of the blue. All right, so those of you that are dealing with a Leo, what's the present situation between the viewer and the Leo? What's the present situation between the viewer and the Leo, the collective situation? So everyone's individual situation may be a little bit different, but we just kind of have a look at the collective situation for me to sort of see what's going on collectively, and then we'll get the messages out, which are the more important part. So those people that are dealing with a Leo, what's going on between the viewer and the Leo at present? Jeez. Holy moly. Where did the other one go? We've got the Hanged Man in reverse, and we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. So I don't feel like you guys are communicating at the moment. I feel like there's things are a little bit up in the air, and there's no communication, but it feels like there's either like some social media stalking going on, or we have the Eight of Wands. So it looks like things have been in suspension for quite some time. Not a lot of communication, but with the Eight of Wands, that tells me that there's some kind of breakthrough, or maybe there's like an end to this no contact situation that's coming through. The Eight of Wands can either be someone that's like traveling towards you for like a face-to-face conversation, or it could even be you traveling towards someone else for a face-to-face conversation, or someone breaking that no contact barrier and back and forth conversation happening. So it could be that someone has had a realization or an epiphany of some kind, or they've been enlightened to something, and they want to communicate about that. But let's have a look. So those that are dealing with a Leo, what's the Leo not saying to the viewer? What's the Leo not saying to the viewer? Queen of Clubs in reverse. Queen of Clubs in reverse. I need you to back off. Okay. Three of Diamonds in reverse. I don't need you or anyone. Someone's a little bit mad. We have the Nine of Diamonds in reverse. I'm being selfish and I don't really care. So many reversals. Ten of Hearts in reverse. Oh my gosh. I feel my happiness is elsewhere right now. Four of Spades in reverse. There's no one else, but I keep busy with friends, family, and partying to escape the void. Okay, so they're saying there's no one else, like they're not entertaining any other options, and like they don't have anybody else, but they are keeping busy with friends, family, partying, drinking, substances, anything that they can do to escape the void that's going on inside them. We have the Ten of Clubs in the upright position. We have an upright. Woo! Can we put all of this behind us and start fresh? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position. I've found happiness elsewhere. Eight of Diamonds in the reverse. I'm refusing to do the work. Five of Clubs in reverse. I refuse to compete. Jack of Clubs in reverse. I'm on a different path. Five of Diamonds on the bottom, and that's in the reverse as well. And it says, have I lost everything? This is a very interesting message. It feels like that thought of starting fresh with you does cross their mind from time to time. But most of the time, it feels more like they're actively trying to push you away or repel you in some way. This could be a form of self-sabotage. But yeah, it's like they idealize the idea of a fresh start with you, but there's so much negativity that they hold on to inside them that they are not letting go of. And there's some sort of resentment or bitterness, because every now and again there's this harsh undertone in the things that they're saying, as if they're trying to sting you a little bit. So I don't know if they feel stung, or if, like I said, it's a form of self-sabotage. But there is this harsh undertone in a lot of the things they say, like they're either trying to get a reaction, they're trying to hurt you, or they're trying to hurt themselves by like pushing you away. So if you're dealing with a Leo, it feels like they still need time to figure out themselves and what they want. Before anything can really be resolved here. And I feel like, to be quite honest, the 8 of Wands that we picked up with the tarot, it almost feels like it feels more like an argument than back and forth positive communication. It feels like if you guys were to speak, it would be an argument, and it would be, or it would turn into one, you know, because there's a lot of unresolved feelings, especially on this person's behalf. And I feel like, you know, those little comments that were kind of unnecessary that came through in this reading, it feels like they would probably make a lot of those unnecessary comments if they were having that chat with you. So that's those of you that are dealing with a Leo. Thank you for tuning into that one. All right, so next we've got Virgo, for those that are tuning in to figure out what a Virgo is not saying to them. Firstly, what's the present situation between the viewer and the Virgo? What's the present situation between the viewer and the Virgo? Present situation collectively between the viewers and the Virgo. That's too much. That is too much. Collective present situation between the viewer and the Virgo. We've got the 4 of Cups in the reverse position. The 4 of Pentacles in the reverse position. So there's an energy of surrender here, like letting go of control, letting go of resentment, dissatisfaction with the way things are, and just choosing to be grateful for everything and just sort of go with the flow. One more, please. What's going on between the viewer and the Virgo? Oh, We have the Chariot. It's interesting only because like the first two cards give me this energy of letting go of control, and then the Chariot is about, oh, I see. So this is sort of about like either you or this person learning to take control of what you can control and let go of the things that you can't control. So if this is you sort of releasing control, it feels like it's going to trigger movement in the situation, and it could trigger the person sort of moving towards you. Or if it's them sort of letting control, it could trigger you to move towards them. But the Chariot tells me that someone is going to take decisive action, or like take control and make a move. So let's see what the Virgo's not saying. It's making me think of that saying, I think it says like, God grant me the power to let go of what I can't control. No, give me the power to, how does it go? The power to control what I can, the grace to surrender to what I can't. Something like that, but way more graceful. I botched it. All right, Spirit, what's the Virgo not saying in this situation? What's the Virgo not saying in this situation? We have the Ace of Diamonds in the upright position. I'm ready for a stable new beginning with you. Ace of Clubs in the upright position. Oh, 2 aces. You make me excited. 5 of Diamonds in the upright position. It's easier to ghost you than have that conversation. So maybe there is a conversation that the Virgo needs to have with you that they have potentially dodged in the past. We have 5 of Clubs in the reverse position. I refuse to compete with anybody. So they feel like if you've ever put them in a position, if you've ever put them in a position where you've made them feel like an option or a choice or like not a priority, that could definitely be why they left or ghosted or stopped talking to you, if that's the case, because it says with these 2 here, it's easier to ghost you than have that conversation. I refuse to compete with anybody. So they feel like maybe they were having to compete for your attention or like work too hard for your attention, and that's why they were like, no. We have the Queen of Diamonds in the upright position, which is I want to show you how valuable you are to me. We have the 7 of Spades in the reverse position. My past is catching up with me. It feels like they're talking about this. That's what's catching up with them, is maybe what they didn't say. We have the King of Hearts in the reverse position. So that's, I'm sorry, I just don't feel the same. We've got the 10 of Hearts in the upright. You complete me. We've got the 7 of Diamonds in the upright position. I'm waiting for the right moment. And the 7 of Hearts in the reverse position, which is I want to be each other's only option. Underneath the deck in the upright position is the 9 of Diamonds, which is I want to share what I've built with you. My past is catching up with me, and then this one was I'm sorry, I just don't feel the same. So if there's been a situation if you feel like they have someone, or they've gone back to someone, or there's like someone else, I feel like they're saying that that's this, I'm sorry, I just don't feel the same. That almost feels like a bluff to me, because like after that is you complete me, I'm waiting for the right time, and I want to be each other's only option. It feels like this person maybe they have like if you're in a situation where you're not really like committed to one another type thing, it feels like maybe, you know, there have been other people, or you guys have kind of done your own thing, but it just feels like that nobody kind of made them feel the same. I'm just not picking up the vibe, like everything else just doesn't go with that. So it just feels more like, you know, in the past they've maybe tried to explore other connections, they've tried to open themselves up. Like we said at the very beginning in the tarot, this person is trying to sort of surrender and just, you know, whatever will be. But it feels like they're realizing that nobody makes them feel the way that you do. So that's the message from the Virgo. All right, so on to Libra now. If you're dealing with a Libra, we're going to find out what they're not saying to you. So we're going to start off by looking at the collective situation to give me a rough idea. Everyone's story will be a little bit different to this, I assume, but this is the collective, and then the message is really sort of what counts. What's going on collectively at present between the viewers and the Libra? We've got the Queen of Swords. That's too much. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. And Wheel of Fortune. Well, we may have a few same-sex couples or connections in this group for some of you, but I'm not necessarily reading this as a female and a female. I'm just saying that we could. Doesn't have to resonate for everybody, but if that's the case, take it as it resonates. But this definitely looks like two people, like these two people are facing each other. And in the Wheel of Fortune, this looks like there's something divine and something fated about this, and it looks like two people kind of sitting down to talk and to maybe try to resolve something or make something happen. So let's see what the Libra is not saying. It almost looks like a connecting of the minds and the hearts. What's the Libra not saying? What's the Libra not saying? We have the Ace of Spades in the reverse position. I don't want to talk or listen to what you have to say. So someone's hostile and someone's a little bit more compassionate in this situation for sure. We have the Queen of Spades in the upright position. I'm so attracted to your mind. So there's that mental connection that I was picking up on. But maybe there could even be like such a similarity between the way that you guys think and communicate that maybe it causes a little bit of like a butting of heads. We have the Jack of Spades in reverse, which is I'm on a different path. Queen of Clubs in reverse. Ooh, I need you to back off. We have the Queen of Hearts in the reverse. I'm sorry, I just don't feel the same. Oh, we do have the Joker coming out, which is like my wild card to signal a bit of a wild person, a bit of a party person, someone who's not quite ready to face their growth or anything like that. We have the Four of Hearts in the reverse position. I feel good, I feel great, don't come over here and hate. So the Libra seems to be very not receptive, and you as the viewer are potentially the one that was hoping to move things in a new direction, but they seem to be coming with hostility and you seem to be coming with compassion. We have the Eight of Spades in reverse. I'm letting go of self-limiting beliefs. We have the Four of Clubs in reverse. I'm not stable enough for a relationship. Ooh. We have the Four of Spades in reverse. There's no one else, but I'm just busy with my friends, family, and partying to escape the void. So there's what I was picking up on before. And we have the Ten of Clubs in the upright position. And that's, can we put all of this behind us and start fresh? So potentially maybe there's hope for when they feel like they're in a better position. So maybe if they take the time to finally heal, go into the void, stop escaping their pain and actually face it and heal it, it feels like beyond that, they could potentially come through hoping for a fresh start where you can put it all behind you and start again. But at the present time, it feels like maybe what this Wheel of Fortune is referring to is that the wheel's kind of taking you in different directions, at least temporarily. Yeah, because someone is not, they don't feel ready. So that's what the Libra is not saying. All right, so next is Scorpio. So we're going to do a check-in for those of you that are dealing with a Scorpio. First, we're going to grab just a few cards to check out the overall situation at present collectively. So everyone could resonate a little bit differently to this particular situation. This is what's the collective are going through, or the large portion. But everyone's story might be a little bit different, but it's the message that we're really here for. So those that are dealing with a Scorpio, what's the present situation between the viewer and the Scorpio collectively? I'm starting to run out of voice. I should have made 2 teas. What's going on between the viewer and the Scorpio? Okay, we have the Emperor, which is pretty much in the reverse for me. So we'll hold it up in the reverse. It was kind of sideways. What's going on between the viewer and the Scorpio at present? Five of Wands in reverse. And the Four of Pentacles. It feels like there's a lot of stubbornness. I fully kind of like, look at these two. I'll turn the Emperor around for now. Like, look at these two people. He's like, well, I ain't moving. And he's like, well, I ain't moving. And then, of course, we have the Five of Wands in the middle here. Just blocked conflict that nobody can overcome because no one wants to talk about it. So it almost feels like a bit of a standoff type thing of like, who's going to make the move? Who's going to take that first step? All right, so what's the Scorpio not saying to the viewer, please, Spirit? What's the Scorpio not saying? All right, what's the Scorpio not saying to the viewer? We have the Joker, which is basically like, so this time we've got it in reverse. I didn't really assign a meaning to this card apart from the first time I did messages, is that it was like a bit of a wild person, like a wild person who, as in like someone who likes to go out and party, go out and drink. Someone who is essentially not in their best alignment, I would say. Let's just, in this reading, we'll call it someone that you maybe need to be careful of. But I don't want to open the reading with that. I'm going to put it over there so we know that we've got it. Let's get to the messages though. We've got the Queen of Hearts in reverse. I don't love myself. Ten of Spades in the upright. It's done, let it go. Jack of Spades in the reverse position. I'm on a different path. The Six of Clubs in the upright. All the attention in the world means nothing without yours. Interesting. Oh, we got both Jokers out for you guys. That hasn't happened before. I feel like there is are you two trying to kid yourselves? Because that's what's coming to mind, is that two people who are trying to kid themselves. Two people who are like, it's almost laughable that you guys are so in denial. So let's keep going and just see what we continue to get, because that would almost kind of make sense, because like these cards are a little bit like, you know, like I'm on a different path, I don't really need you, it's done. But then this one's like, but all the attention in the world means nothing without you. Like, what? Let's see what we get. We've got the Two of Hearts in the upright position. We are soulmates. We've got the Seven of Spades in the upright. Oh, I'm keeping things from you. We've got the Ace of Diamonds in reverse. I'm not ready to settle down. King of Hearts in reverse. I'm sorry, I just don't feel the same. Eight of Clubs in reverse. I don't want to talk right now. Jack of Clubs in reverse. I'll love you then leave you. Four of Hearts in the reverse is I feel good, I feel great, don't come over here and hate. This reading makes me laugh, it's all over the place. What I am kind of being shown, like if this was a person saying this stuff, I'm kind of seeing someone being like, it's done, let it go, I'm on a different path. And then it's kind of like, they're like, but man, like to be honest, like no one else's attention really matters to me. We're probably soulmates. But nah, I'm not ready to commit to that person. I'm not really ready to be honest with them. I just don't feel the same. I don't want to talk to them. I would just love them and leave them. I feel good, I feel great. Don't come over here and hate. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to convince themselves that they don't care. That's the vibe I'm getting here with the Scorpio. What's that, out of curiosity? The Four of Hearts in reverse, that I feel good, I feel great, don't come over here and hate. It slightly like slid off to reveal the Six of Pentacles to me in the upright. Six of Diamonds, sorry. And that's, I want to make you feel the way you make me feel. And then it's the Eight of Diamonds also in the upright. I've worked on myself, can we work on this? And then it's the Seven of Clubs in the upright, which is I'm determined to do what it takes to be with you. So there's a front that this person puts up, and then there's something very different underneath. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's mirroring going on in that sense, and you're doing the same thing as the viewer, putting up a front, but the way you feel underneath is very, very different. And I feel like that's why we got two jokers, because the two of you are trying to kid yourselves or fool yourselves into thinking that you don't care, but you do. All right, so that's the Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio. All right. So I believe we're up to Sag now, Sagittarius. Whew. All right. So we're going to get a few cards to get the basic collective situation between viewers and Sagittarius signs. Not everyone will resonate with the situation at hand, but most of you should resonate with the messages. But this is just to sort of help me figure out roughly what's going on. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. We've got the Two of Swords. Which way is this one? And the Page of Wands in reverse. So So this feels like a crossroads where it feels like this is two people who have kind of reached like a stalemate or a crossroads, and like there needs to be a big decision made. It feels like one person's ready to make it and the other person is avoiding it. So it's like a dead end until this decision's made. And we have one person who wants to make it and one person who is trying to avoid it completely. All right, so let's have a look. What's the Sagittarius not saying in this situation? What's the Sagittarius not saying to the viewer? What's the Sag not saying to the viewer? I want to show you how valuable you are to me. 10 of Cups in reverse. But I feel my happiness is elsewhere right now. So the Sag is saying, I want to show you how much you mean to me, but I feel my happiness is elsewhere right now. So maybe the Sagittarius within themselves is a little bit unhappy and they feel like they need to find what makes them happy. So they value you, but maybe this is an internal battle that's going on. We have the Ace of Cups in the upright position, which is you make me feel a type of way that no one else does. We have the Six of Diamonds in the upright. I want to make you feel the same way that I do. No, sorry, the same way that you make me feel. We have the Nine of Hearts in the reverse. I need to make myself happy. Yeah, so there's something going on internally for this person. Two of Clubs in reverse. So this is normally, I don't see us having a future together in the reverse position. But I'm being told that, like, it's probably gonna be weird to you guys, but I need to vary it for this reading. So rather than I don't see you in my future, they need to prioritize themselves in the future. So in the near future, it's not that they don't see you being in their future, but they need to prioritize their happiness in the near future is what they're saying. Okay, so we do have the Joker coming out, which is, you know, someone who, it's a little bit like the Fool card, I suppose. And it does feel like this person is kind of on a little bit of a journey of their own. We've got the Eight of Clubs in reverse. I don't want to talk right now. We've got the Queen of Spades in reverse. You intimidate me, to be honest, and it weirds me out. And we have the Three of Spades reversed. I'm sorry that I've hurt you. Underneath, we have the Jack of Diamonds in the upright position. I want to take this to the next level. All right, so we do have confirmation that they do see you being in their future, but in the near future, they need to prioritize themselves. It feels like they're not telling you this because you intimidate them and they're a little bit scared to tell you. So if they've been distant and they haven't really said why, it's because they're scared to tell you. They don't want you to take it personally, but they've got some inner stuff going on and they need to go on a bit of a journey of self-discovery to find what really makes them happy again. It's not to say that you don't make them happy, but if you're the only thing that in their life that's making them happy, then that's like a codependency thing, and everybody should be happy with themselves first, and they shouldn't be relying on getting that happiness from someone else. So I don't think it's anything that you're doing or not doing. I think that this person's on a bit of a journey because they have some self-discovery to do. They might feel like something's missing, like they need to find their purpose or something like that. But it's nothing to do with the relationship. All right, last few. To think that I thought this would only take like an hour. All right, so we're up to Capricorn. So those people that are dealing with a Capricorn, let me get a rough idea of the present situation collectively. Not everybody will resonate with this part, but it just gives me a little bit of clarification. What's going on at present collectively between the viewer and the Capricorns? We've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. So you could be in separation from this person at the moment. We've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like the Capricorn's not impressed. Strength in reverse. The Capricorn's a little bit triggered by this separation. So yeah, you guys have separated, and I'm definitely taking this King of Pentacles as the Capricorn, which is in reverse. It feels like they are fixed on this separation. They cannot let it go. It's borderline obsessive. They're very off balance, or very imbalanced, or very, very off center. Like they've lost their temperament. They're a little bit unstable. And there's like this jealousy or this obsessive energy coming through the King of Pentacles, I'm not going to lie. So let's see. What's the Capricorn not saying to the viewer here? We've got the Three of Clubs in the reverse. I want a good time, not a long time. Eight of Clubs in reverse. I don't want to talk right now. Oh, is this... Just going to throw out a scenario. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, they could be really fixed on their ex. So just be warned, the Capricorn could actually be fixed on their past, which is not technically you that they've separated from, but they're feeling a type of way about their past, a past connection, and they're very obsessed and fixed on it. Because then here we've got, I want a good time, not a long time. I don't want to talk right now. So if you've maybe hooked up with someone and then they ghosted, or you were hanging out with someone and they ghosted, they could have gone back to an ex. We've got the Queen of Hearts. Oh no, that's the reverse, sorry. I was so confused. I was like, what? That doesn't make sense, because in the upright it's I love you, but it's actually in the reverse, which is I don't love myself. We've got the Ace of Diamonds in the reverse, which is I don't want to settle down. Ace of Spades in reverse. I don't want to talk or listen to what you have to say. Yeah, you guys are dealing with someone who has disappeared, gone ghost, gone without an explanation, and they've gone back to an ex, or it's because of an ex that they're like obsessed with or fixed on. And you guys are left kind of wondering like, what the heck? So they could have even like blocked you out of the blue, cut off all contact, or just stopped replying to you completely. And it's because either an ex has kind of like given them another chance, or messaged them, or like asked to fix things or something along those lines. We've got the Two of Clubs in the reverse. I don't see us having a future. Jack of Clubs in reverse, I'm on a different path. No, sorry, Jack of Clubs in reverse is I'll love you then leave you. Yeah, this is definitely a situation. If you don't resonate, it's just not your story, sorry. But this is 100% a situation where you were dealing with someone either once, twice, a few times for a while, then suddenly it's ended with no explanation, and it's because they've gone back to an ex, or they're still obsessed with an ex. We've got the Ace of Hearts. That's you make me feel a type of way I'm not used to. The Jack of Diamonds. Jack of Diamonds, this is moving too fast. Four of Clubs in reverse. Sorry, the Jack of Diamonds, I think I forgot to say, is in reverse. And the Four of Clubs is also in reverse. I'm not stable enough for a relationship. Underneath the deck, we have the Seven of Clubs. In reverse, I'm no quizás, bye. So this is a little bit of a not very nice energy. It feels like they had very selfish reasons for connecting with you. It's almost like it was a bit of a time filler, but they always knew that they would go back to this ex given the chance. So yeah, if you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, it's just not for you today. I'm sorry, but that was a very clear message that was coming through. All right, so Aquarius now, I believe, for those of you that are dealing with an Aquarius. So we're going to get a few cards to look at the collective situation between the viewer and the Aquarius. Not everybody will resonate with the exact situation, but most of you will most of you will resonate with the message. All right, so collectively, what's the present situation between the viewers and the Aquarius? We've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and we've got the Two of Pentacles in the upright. Six of Pentacles in reverse is someone that's not giving as much as the other person. And we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So there could have been a bit of an argument that happened here, or someone has pulled a disappearing act. Some of you are trying to juggle or balance a connection where someone travels a lot, or they're away a lot for work or something like that, and they can't be as present and they can't give as much to the connection as the other person, and you're trying to find a way to compromise or bring balance to that. And then if others of you, we have another like sort of ghost situation. So we'll see what comes through with the messages. Hopefully we don't blend the energies and get a really all over the place message. So we'll have to go with the collective of the Aquarius signs. What are the Aquarius signs not saying? All right, what are the Aquarius signs not saying? We've got the King of Spades in the reverse. I lied to get what I wanted. 10 of Clubs in the upright. Can we put all of this behind us and start fresh? King of Pentacles reversed. Everything I do is for my future. So this person is a little bit selfish. They're not thinking about a future with anybody in particular. They're very focused on their future, and that's something that they don't budge on. So regardless of the situation, it feels like if it involves like their career or their future, they're very stubborn and they're not going to budge. 6 of Spades reversed. I don't know how to leave the past in the past. 3 of Spades reversed. I'm so sorry I hurt you. 2 of Spades reversed. I'm avoiding the truth and refusing to see what I've done wrong. We've got the Queen of Diamonds in the upright position. I want to show you how valuable you are to me. 5 of Spades reversed. I let gossip and other opinions affect me. Too many people get involved. King of Clubs in the reverse. I don't want to be with you, but I don't want anyone else to have you. And Queen of Clubs in the upright. I feel pulled to you like a magnet. It's a very lusty kind of energy. And we've got the 9 of Clubs in the upright position, which is I'm overcoming my personal battles and trying to let it all go. So there's a little bit of a mixture. This person does acknowledge that in the past they lied to get what they wanted, but it does feel like they would like to put that in the past, or to put a lot of things in the past, but they're quite unsure how to leave it all in the past to move forward. They do feel a little bit indecisive. It feels like they kind of go back and forth with what they want, and that really comes through in the message. It also comes through in the Knight of Swords in reverse, not very decisive, 1 minute wanting one thing, 1 minute wanting the other, and not being entirely sure. So I can't give you a decisive answer on what they want because they're not even really completely sure what they want either. But they definitely prioritized on their future. Definitely trying to not let other people's opinions change the way they feel or change their mind about things, because potentially maybe other people keep changing their mind as well, or they get mixed opinions, mixed reactions from the people that they try to confide in. So yeah, I'm not really sure how this will play out, but I'm not seeing any like real dishonesty. I'm not seeing any like third parties or anything like that. It just feels like they're a little bit unsure themselves, a little bit unsure. It could even be like their own past. They're trying to put their own past behind them and they're not sure how to do that. But yeah, that's for those dealing with an Aquarius. Now, last but not least, we're going to deal I'm going to look into those dealing with a Pisces. So we're going to begin by getting the collective situation at present. So not everybody will resonate. Everyone's stories will be a little bit unique. But we'll get a basic idea before I get the messages. So what's going on at present between the viewer and the Pisces? We've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Someone's avoiding their pain. Ten of Wands in the upright. And we have the Lovers. So either the Pisces or the viewer, they're not facing like the pain of their past or facing their trauma. They're not really acknowledging what they've been through, and this means that they're still carrying the weight of it all. It feels like with the Lovers, it could be that, like, you know, your connection's so deep that you can either inspire or empower them to do this work, or they need to decide to do it for themselves for you guys to experience the potential that is available. So let's see what the Pisces is not saying to the viewer. Okay, what's the Pisces not saying here? We have the Three of Clubs in the upright position. Let's plan our future together. Ten of Clubs in the reverse position. I'm holding on to a grudge and won't back down. So that's them holding on to something from their past and not facing it. And they're like literally refusing to face it. Six of Spades in reverse. I don't know how to leave the past in the past. Ten of Spades in reverse. Is it really the end? Ten of Hearts in reverse. I feel my happiness is elsewhere right now. Eight of Diamonds in reverse. I'm refusing to do the work. Queen of Diamonds in the upright. I want to show you how valuable you are to me. So with this, I feel my happiness is elsewhere right now. I just want to touch on that quickly, considering it was followed by I'm refusing to do the work. This person gets into this mindset where it's almost like their pain or their past creates this illusion that they're not happy or that their happiness is in another place. But it's only because they're refusing to do the work. So like this person, it's kind of like when they're unfulfilled, instead of going within, they look in other places to find why they're not happy. But it's all inside themselves. So sometimes they're like, wow, like, is this the end of this connection? Like, I just don't think that I'm happy in this connection. But it's nothing to do with the connection. It's all to do with this person's inner world. And if they did the work, they would probably experience like new levels of love in the connection. But because they try to look outside themselves to fill the void, which is wrong, but that's just what they do. They're avoiding the work. So they get confused. They think that, you know, the relationship's not fulfilling, but it's not the relationship. It's just that they are not fulfilled as a person. We've got the 4 of Diamonds in the reverse. I'm letting go of pride and control and trying to find stability. So they could be trying to let go of pride and stop keeping their emotions so controlled so that they can maybe find that stability by going within. We've got the Jack of Diamonds in reverse. This is moving too fast. So then as soon as they go into that wound, they're like, whoa, this is happening too fast. This is going too quick. No, 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 no. So they are very much avoiding their pain. We have the 3 of Diamonds in the upright. We make the best team. Underneath the deck is the Queen of Spades in the reverse, which is, you intimidate me, to be honest, and it scares me, or it weirds me out. So you may know this about your person, and maybe the reason they don't tell you is because it scares them of what you're going to say, because they might be like, oh, blah, 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 and then you're like, well, it's because your mum never loved you. And that like freaks them out, because they know that you're going to call them out and you're going to be like, no BS, and just tell them what's up, and they're maybe not ready to quite face that the way that you are. So you seem very wise, very tuned in, and you can see that they are obviously avoiding their pain, and that's why they don't talk to you about it, because you're so real with them and they don't want to open that can of worms. So they know if they say to you like, yeah, like, I'm struggling with my past, or I'm struggling with this, you're just going to be like, okay, yeah, let's go into that wound, let's unpack it, let's heal it, let's fix it. And they're just like, whoa, 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 I'm not ready to do all that. I just wanted to let you know how I'm feeling. So that's what's going on with the Pisces if you're dealing with the Pisces. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you've enjoyed this reading, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Anything you can do to help the channel grow would be so much appreciated. Obviously, it will also help me come back to do more. And then obviously, if you want to see more of this reading in particular, then definitely hit that like button. Definitely comment below any type of emoji or any type of comment if you enjoyed it, so that I know to do more of them. But until next time, guys, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll check in with you again soon.